thank you so much for coming tonight. We really appreciate your being here for our presentation. I know everybody's excited about getting their Chromebooks, and I heard that some people were under the impression that they were going to get their Chromebooks this evening. And if you thought that was the case, I'm sorry to tell you that that's not going to happen tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the parent handbook together really quickly. It won't take that long. And go through the highlights of what you need to know in order to take care of and understand our Chromebook rollout. We also have, right after this presentation, you'll head to the cafeteria and you'll be able to sign the paperwork stating that you've been through this, and you will be able to make a payment if you are ready to do so. We have a $30 payment that you'll be making, and if you need to make payments, we have that available as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this, the Tech at Home Parent Guide. Our purpose is to provide technology to our students because we know that the world is moving into a technology-rich, it's a technology-rich world, and we have to prepare our students for that. This is the paperwork that we have that you'll be signing. Some of you probably already have it in your hand. And we're going to go through each section of this through this presentation. So our expectations is that you will follow the Tech at Home mobile learning device guidelines that are in the Tech at Home handbook, which is what we'll be going over, which is what you have in your hand. And if you happen to lose it, you can always go onto the website and you can find this information as well. The big thing is that we do have our Chromebooks now, but we don't have their bag, the case that they come in. And so we have to get that prepared and have them ready for the students to carry. But those bags are made so that they are very, very durable. And the students are not to take them out of the bag at any point in time. The bags will have a section where they can put their ID tag in so that everybody knows whose Chromebook is whose, and we'll be checking them out, scanning them out so that we know that that is taken care of. This is what it looks like. So you got an idea of what you're getting. So obviously we want to protect the Chromebook from extreme heat or cold, food or drink, small children, pets, and any other potential hazards, because this is going to be that tool that your child is going to use for all of their classes. So we really want to respect it and take good care of it. And it should last, hopefully, for 3 years. So, and they'll have that same Chromebook. They won't have to get somebody else's Chromebook. They'll keep their own Chromebook. So the better you take care of your Chromebook, the better it's going to be in the years to come. When you're traveling to and from school, it's important to completely shut the Chromebook down before you travel. And do not leave the Chromebook in the vehicle. We know that there's extreme temperature changes that happen in a vehicle. You want to carry it by the handle and the shoulder strap. That's really important. You don't want to toss the Chromebook around. And please talk to your students about this because I've been teaching for a long, long time. And kids like to see what they can do with their Chromebooks. Sometimes we had iPads last year where I worked, and some people didn't understand that you have to take care of them or they won't last. One thing that I need to say is that if you're ever in a situation, I want you to make sure that you talk with your students about this and your children, that if somebody wants to take a Chromebook from you, let them take it. It's just not that important. You know, we can replace a Chromebook, we can't replace someone's life. And then, if that happens, then we're going to contact the police immediately, let them investigate, and we have a lot of things that are connected with this Chromebook. It's got a lasered seal on the front. There are some things that are embedded to make sure that if somebody goes to try and pawn it, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do that. People are going to know that this is a Chromebook that is with Pickens County. The students are prohibited from marking on the carrying case in any way, but they may use a personalized luggage tag and we're giving them the ID card. So they'll know which is which. The cost is $30, that's it, $30. And that's from year to year to year, it's just one $30 payment. And so that's a great deal. The payment plan is available if anyone needs that. The dates are up there, it's also on the paper that you have in your hand. And we do have to say that for that price, loss or theft is not covered. So we need to make sure that we emphasize to our students that they need to take very good care of them. They need to lock them up in their lockers. They don't need to just be laying them down and walking away. Now, I know that you might be a little nervous about that, but kids are very good about their electronics when it comes to their phone. And I have seen that. I've seen students with their textbooks, they're laying them around with their phone. They know as soon as it's not in their hands. So last year, like I said, when I worked with iPads, we didn't have near as much trouble as I thought we would in having students hold on to what is important to them. So in the fee of $30, they get the device, they get the carrying case, and a reduced deductible fee for accidental and negligent damage. And the damages will be determined by the assistant principals and principals here, the administration. And I don't even know, did I even introduce myself? Oh, I am so sorry. My name is Kathy Cord, and I'm a new assistant principal here at Easley High School. And so I'll have some of this responsibility of determining. So accidents are going to happen. We know that that's something that's the way life is. And negligence would be damage caused due to a student's failure to follow the guidelines, and that's why we're going over this together. And if we have negligence, if a student is willfully, not taking care of or hurting their Chromebook in some way, then there will be possible disciplinary action. We need to respect the equipment. If it's lost, if the Chromebook is lost, we need to report that immediately to the school, tell a teacher or administrator, and circumstances of the situation will be investigated, and we'll take that very seriously. And parents and guardians will be held financially responsible for the full cost of this lost equipment. That's why it's really important that we stress to our students that we don't want to have to pay that full amount. If it is stolen, we need to notify the school, and the police report must be filed immediately. And we'll get on top of that fairly quickly, and I do think that there's a lot of safeguards built within the Chromebook itself that will make it easier for them to possibly be able to find that. We have to have a copy of the police report submitted, and once again, there is a financial responsibility even if it is stolen. You have 30 days to pay any damages that are determined. Bills not paid will be charged to the student's account. Okay, so we just need to take, be very, very responsible and let students know, let our children know that this is a wonderful opportunity, and if we are responsible, then we won't have to deal with this. These are the fees. You can take a look at that. These are also on your paper so that you know that there are reduced costs for specific things that might happen. And like we said, accidents do happen, but there are reduced fees for a lot of them. Okay? And it goes through a first incident, second incident, third incident, which is helpful because if it's constantly happening, then we have an issue, possibly. Okay? The parental roles are to agree to these terms and conditions, and we have the paperwork that you'll be signing when you leave, and they'll be in the cafeteria there. We've got it broken down by the last names, and you'll go through and sign that paperwork and pay if you're ready to do so. Once again, if it's stolen, then you need to report that theft. And return any district-owned device to the school upon student transfer, withdrawal, or graduation. I'm sorry we can't say that you get to keep it forever. Although I did get asked that over here by a student, and he said, you know, if I take care of it for 3 years, wouldn't it be great, you know, when I graduate, can I just take it on with me to college? Well, hey, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if these things are going to last that long, but we'll just have to see about that. But no, if you leave, we have to have the device back. So one thing that you need to be aware of is that you've got to monitor student use at home and away from school. We do have a filter, and that filtering system is made exactly for K through 12 students. So within school, a lot of things are going to be filtered. And then, Barbara, is that filtering system, that's not necessarily going to work at their home, though? It will work. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about. The filtering system will work at your home, but that still doesn't mean that it's a 100% thing. We've got to make sure that we know what our students are doing on the devices. And this little video is how some of us are going to feel this year. This is a pilot year, and when we're going through these things, there are sometimes we're going to want it to do something that and it's not going to do it. You know, we're going to be frustrated. But what I wanted to say about that is, you know, we're going to all feel frustrated together. We're all learning about these devices, and we just need to be patient. If you need help, if you need assistance in any way, you get frustrated and you feel like you want to bang on the computer, don't do that. Call us, because we're here to help. And Meg Newhall, if you'll just stand for just a moment so they can see your face. Meg Newhall works here as our technology instructional fix-it person, there you go. And so she's on the other end of that number, and that's her email. And she is who everybody at Easley High goes to when things don't work. When we're frustrated and we're banging on our computers, we're running to Meg, and she makes it better. She really does. Okay, here are some frequently asked questions. Will students really use laptops in class? Yes. We have a program called Schoology, which is amazing. It provides a lot of opportunity for collaboration for students, for textbook dispersal online, just a lot of different options for students to be able to monitor what they're doing. And so yes, we will definitely have the laptops used in class. And what if I bring my own laptop? I'm sorry, we can't allow it. These students are issued Chromebooks that have certain information on it, and we can also monitor the Chromebooks, so we can't let you bring your own. And it's not a BYOD. And why are we starting with 9th grade? Well, they have the most time to benefit from the device. So they had to make a decision, and they decided 9th grade. I personally would have preferred 10th grade, because my son's in 10th grade, but that's the way it works. Can we install Office? There are Office apps for Chromebooks, so yes, they can install Office. And what happens while my child is in gym, band, activities, or at lunch? This is extremely important. Please stress to your children that when they are in gym or band, that the Chromebooks need to be locked in student lockers. Anytime that they are away, like at lunch, they should put them in their 3rd period classroom so it can get locked up, and they don't have to worry about carrying them to lunch where there's food and things like that. And then once again, the filter does not catch everything. It is built especially for K through 12, but it's not perfect. There's no filtering system that is perfect, so we've got to continue to monitor. Why do we choose digital textbooks? Because this levels the playing field. Everybody having the same device makes it so much easier. In BYOD, you've got problems troubleshooting with this particular device and that particular device. At least with this, there's some uniformity to it, and that's streamlined so that we can focus on learning, which is what we want to do here. And why only 3 years? Well, due to normal wear and tear, the Chromebooks may not survive more than 3 years. We just don't know. I guess we'll find out after 3 years. And that is the end of the presentation. I appreciate your patience, and if you will head on to the cafeterias, we'll be there with the paperwork for you to fill out.